Once upon a time, in the town of Qing, there lived a woodcutter named Li. While venturing through a vast field, he chanced upon a magnificent deer. Overwhelmed by the sight, Li swiftly aimed his bow and arrow, taking down the graceful creature. With a mix of excitement and caution, he buried the deer's remains beneath a blanket of leaves and branches, ensuring that his prized possession remained hidden from prying eyes. As time passed, the details of the burial site gradually faded from Li's memory. He began to doubt the reality of the whole affair, convincing himself that it had all been a vivid dream. However, unable to contain his excitement, Li couldn't resist sharing his supposed dream with others. One of the listeners, a man named Wang, was intrigued by Li's account and felt compelled to investigate further. Determined to uncover the truth, Wang embarked on a quest to find the elusive deer. After a diligent search, he stumbled upon the burial site and, to his astonishment, unearthed the hidden animal. Filled with a mix of awe and disbelief, Wang rushed home to share the extraordinary discovery with his wife, Meng. Meng, a pragmatic and skeptical woman, pondered over the situation. She considered the possibility that her husband had, in fact, dreamt of the conversation with Li. Despite finding the physical evidence of the deer, she questioned the authenticity of the dream. Wang, however, dismissed her doubts, asserting that the existence of the deer itself was undeniable, regardless of its origin. That very night, Li, the woodcutter, experienced another dream, one that felt vividly real. In this dream, he recollected the exact location of the buried deer and encountered Wang, the person who had found it. The dream was so vivid that Li awoke with a newfound sense of certainty and purpose. Driven by his dream, Li paid a visit to Wang's home the next morning. The two men engaged in a passionate debate over the rightful ownership of the deer. The discussion escalated, with both parties steadfast in their claims. Unable to reach a resolution, they turned to a wise judge renowned for his impartiality and discernment. The judge faced a perplexing challenge as he carefully analyzed the conflicting testimonies. On one hand, Li had killed the deer under the belief that it was a dream, and subsequently considered his second dream to be reality. On the other hand, Wang had discovered the deer, although Meng insisted that he had merely dreamt of finding it based on Li's story. After much contemplation, the judge delivered his verdict. Recognizing the complexity of the situation, he concluded that neither man had actually killed the deer. The judge decided that the only fair resolution was to divide the animal between the two claimants, symbolizing the shared ownership of their intertwined dreams. Word of this peculiar case eventually reached the king of Qing, who found himself intrigued by the story. Deep in thought, he pondered whether it might have been the judge himself who had dreamt of dividing the deer. Lost in the labyrinth of uncertainty, the king questioned the very fabric of reality and the elusive nature of truth. And so, the tale of the woodcutter, the dreamer, and the elusive deer left a lingering question in the minds of all who heard it. Perhaps some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved, forever drifting between the realms of dreams and reality.